Did y'all ever watch the Conan O'Brien show back in the day? There was this segment they had called If They Mated. And basically they would take two celebrities, like their headshots. Wait. Drew, you're not even going to talk about why you're wearing all this, this weird get-up here? I'll get to that, I promise. So back what I was saying. So on Conan O'Brien, they had this segment called If They Mated. And they would take two celebrities, their headshots, and then they would Photoshop them together. If they had a child together, what would that child look like? And they were always really ugly.
Let's take a look right now. We're going to start with a couple everyone's talking about. Terry Hatcher is apparently going out with Counting Crows lead singer Adam Duritz. Look, we're not here to find out how happy you are about this or not. We're just here to see what the child would look like. People are like, no! The same guys who were like, just pull it! Terry Hatcher and lead singer Adam Duritz, tabloids say they're dating. That gives us the right, nay, the duty to find out what would happen if these two had a child. Let's find out right now. I'm just curious, and let's see.
But anyways, so with today's shave video, if two soaps mated, then you would get the featured soap that I'm going to talk about today. So those two parent soaps, if you will, is St. Bart's by A&E. I did a shave video on this very recently. I believe it's supposed to be kind of a dupe of Creed Virgin Island Water, but it's kind of woodsy, a little bit coconutty. It's tropical is what it boils down to. And then the other parent soap is The Beach by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is possibly my favorite scent. It smells like 1970s beaches. It smells like suntan lotion. And you even get like a hint of ozone, which is like sunshine, basically. You feel like you're on the beach. It's crazy. So if those two soaps mated, then you'd get this, which is Monoi de Tahiti, the newest scent by Noble Otter. And that's why, this is a tropical theme. That's why I'm wearing this getup. Look, my hat even kind of matches the otter there on the hat. But this is a lovely scent. Coconut, I get the coconut first. So like I mentioned those two other soaps, you get a little bit more coconut, which comes from St. Bart's. But then there is also this kind of hint, I believe of sandalwood. There's sandalwood listed here, but kind of woodsy. But I think you do get a little bit of sense of that sunscreen or sunscreen protection smell. Yeah, so it's more coconutty than the three. But then you also get a little bit more of a hint of sunscreen where you don't get as much of that with St. Bart's. And the reason I'm wearing this hat, of course, sunglasses and all that. Hoon Shaver, if you've seen him, he's in South Korea. He did a review of this soap as well. And he wore a very cool hat and some sunglasses. And I told him that when I did my version of this video, I would do the same. This hat that I'm wearing, this is my dad summer hat. When it makes its appearance, summer is on. My wife hates it. She thinks it's stupid. It's very practical. It's great. It gives me great shade. I use it when I'm mowing the yard or if I'm going to be outside or anything. The only bad thing is it blows. It catches a lot of wind, and if it's a windy day, it's going to blow right off my head. Fortunately, it's got this cool chin strap thing to keep it on my head. So that's funny. But yeah, so it's Memorial Day. It's early June. It's basically the start of summer, at least for me. And so I love these tropical scents. Summer is hands down my favorite season. I love everything about summer and the outdoors and everything. So I wanted to feature the soap, and I really like Noble Otter as well. Of course, I've got the matching aftershave. I'll be using that to finish everything off. So I'm also using a new bowl. So I've heard a few people kind of mention, hey, you ought to try this, the new 3D printed bowls from the Razor Company. And so that's what I did. I picked up one of these 3D printed bowls. Very cool little effect that it has there with the light kind of bouncing off of the inside. It makes it look like it's kind of moving, you see that? Very shallow bowl, and it kind of has ridges on the bottom, but they're not as pronounced as I kind of hoped they would be. But first time using that. I have not used that at all, so I'm excited to use that bowl and just see how that performs. I'll be using just a cheap synthetic Omega brush, and then razor. My Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements El Fantasma. It's the glow-in-the-dark slant plastic razor. I'll be using that. And then an Asco blade. I actually get pretty good shaves out of Asco. They're super cheap. You can get them right now on Amazon for like $7, 100 pack of them if it's a good blade for you. And then finally, I'll be soaking that brush. It's synthetic. You don't really have to soak it, but I at least like to do it for a minute in my my Texas mug. Now, I'm originally from Texas. I live in Wisconsin now, but I always soak my brush, whether I do a video or not, in that mug. And I wanted to mention that that mug because obviously the events that happened recently in Uvalde, Texas, the shooting at the school there, absolutely breaks my heart. That is horrible. We have to stop this. I don't want to get on too much of a soapbox, but being from Texas and also the father of a couple of kids, it really hit home with me, and it's just like, this is senseless. It's got to stop. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that. You know, it's tragic. It's hard to even comprehend. Anyways, let's talk about good things. Let's talk about shaving and this new tropical soap, the summer setup that I've got going here. Anything else? Gosh, am I forgetting anything? I can't think of anything. So let's switch down now to the lather. Again, this is my first time using the Razor Company 3D printed bowl. So there we go. I've got some spread out down here in the bottom of the bowl. Just really love that effect. That is really cool, the way the light looks like it's traveling on the sides of the bowl. That's neat. Very shallow bowl. I like that. It's good for, since I scoop and press it down in there, having the shallower sides makes it a little easier to get it all down in there. And of course, you know, I've got some water splashed on top of it there to kind of soften it up. Let me just grab my brush here. So yeah, beautiful coconut scent. Let's see. Go ahead and start mixing it up. Very wide base. I would say this is possibly the widest base of any shave bowl that I have. Okay, I'm going to add a ton more water to that. This is my first time using this bowl, so we'll see what we get. There we go. Yeah, not the most pronounced ridges there on the bottom, but I guess they're doing their job. I'll do some of this. Yeah, so this is my first 3D printed lather bowl. I actually ordered one a while back, like a year and a half ago maybe, from a guy online, and then the transaction kind of fell through. He kind of got back to me and was like, oh, I don't have time to make anymore. So he just gave me my money back, and that's cool. But I wanted a 3D printed lather bowl. And now I have one. This isn't bad. Okay. It's kind of starting to ride up on the ridges, which is kind of why I like the Timeless bowl. I don't want to overwork it because I feel like it's all just going to start working its way out. We're going to go with that for right now. Okay? Cool. All right. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. My bathroom. Oh, let me take off my watch. My bathroom is full of this glorious coconutty scent. Now, in that video I mentioned by Hoon Shaver, he kept his glasses on. I guess I'll do the same. Let me at least switch this behind my, so at least the string thing is out of my way. Okay, I will try to shave with this hat and with these glasses on. Now that I hold the bowl, I really like it handheld. Almost, I think I like that. I prefer that, I think, over lathering down on the countertop, which I do for the video, obviously. Anyways, yeah, it's ending May, Memorial Day weekend, and start of June, the kind of unofficial summer. I always say, if anyone was a big fan of Seinfeld, George, there was an episode where George was like, the summer of George. This is summer of Drew. I proclaim that every year. And every year I have pretty awesome summers. I'll be mowing the yard later today. I did some grilling over the last few days. We'll be doing more of that probably this weekend. And yeah, just great stuff. I'm learning to tolerate winter, but nothing beats summer. The longer days, I mean, sun doesn't go down here. Sun doesn't go down here until like after 9. So you can hang out outside, you can do outdoor activities much later. You don't get seasonal depression. What's it? Seasonal affective disorder. SAD. It's literally called SAD. You don't get that in the summertime because you get plenty of sunshine. All right. The old sunglasses shave. This isn't too bad. It's extremely bright here in my bathroom. So even though I'm wearing sunglasses, I can still kind of see what I'm doing. Sort of. Even though summer is beginning and we're moving into June, still pretty chilly. We've had temperatures down in the 40s. You know, some of the mornings up here. So it's still kind of chilly at times. Memorial Day weekend for me, I'm not alone. Veterans I know and just other people, it should be respected a little bit more. You know, the Memorial Day sales. I think that's the big thing that most like veterans kind of disagree with. Memorial Day sales. Memorial Day is a day that you should spend with your family. Be thankful that we live in a free country. And we are able to spend time with our families and yeah. Relax and reflect. It's a kind of a crazy time we live in right now, and honestly, if you watched my last video, it was on mindfulness meditation and it was on mindful shaving. When things do get stressful like this, shaving is what, maybe you go to relax and turn off the outside world. I know it helps me to be able to come in here, quiet place, comfortable, and yeah, and just kind of a mini vacation, if you will. And a nice tropical scented soap helps. All right. Excellent first pass. Noble Otter, I've got a few of their soaps. I've always enjoyed their performance and their scents. The one scent that I wasn't huge on was the vanilla. It smelled like tea, like black tea and kind of vanilla. That was the one. I had a sample of it from Maggard's razor. That was the one that kind of just didn't really do it for me. Otherwise, gosh, I've tried Plunder. I've got a full tub of RAR and Firefighter. And now this full tub of Monoi de Tahiti. These glasses, my wife thinks these glasses are dumb. She thinks anyone who wears white glasses is pretentious. I think anyone that wears white glasses is just a fun guy. So there's that. My parents were in town for a few weeks, about 3 weeks or so. It was good to see them. They've gone back to Texas. I guess they enjoyed the heat. They come up here to escape the heat, but they only stay a little while and then they head back. They'll be back later this summer. I think they're going to come back in August for my birthday. I'm turning the big 4-0 this year. Over the hill, old, almost a senior citizen. Gosh, I say it, I'm not the only one here. I still feel like I'm a kid. I still feel like, we'll say like late 20s. That's what I feel. You're only as old as you feel. Some mornings I wake up and I feel like I'm 70. Some mornings I wake up and I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. Some mornings I spring out of bed. Okay. Enough of your yakking. So coconut, a little bit of a woodsy scent. Like, I know there's sandalwood listed. I do get a little bit of that. But not as woodsy as, say, St. Bart's. But I do get a little bit. It's not just coconut. Oh, and floral. Even a little bit of a floral. Which, there's some flower. What does it say here? Ginger, coconut, lime. I don't get much lime. And then the Tyre flower. T-I-A-R-E with an accent mark. Tyre flower. Vanilla and sandalwood. So yeah, a little bit of floral. Not as floral as like RAR. I've got RAR, that's a very floral scent. But more so, more floral than, say, the beach or St. Bart's. Coconut, flowers, vanilla, a little bit of wood. It's beautiful. It's very tropical. It makes me wish I was in Hawaii or on a beach somewhere. I went to Hawaii when I was a kid. My parents and I went for a conference. My dad was there for work. I was 14, so my mom and I just kind of ran around the island doing fun touristy stuff while my dad sat in on seminars and stuff. I remember them joking. There were a lot of people there. It was a firefighter convention. You've probably heard me mention before my dad's a retired firefighter. And there was like 1,000 people or so. And they made the joke, they were like, last year we held this convention in Chicago and there was only about half of you here. And now look at all of you, because it's Hawaii. Yeah. If you've never been to Hawaii, you should go. It's beautiful. It is just like you see in the movies. Tropical beaches. The air temperature is like, it's like perfect. It's like 70 degrees, or between 70, 75, maybe 75, 80. It's in the 70s. 80, low 80s at most. Beautiful. Now with the aftershave, this is the second time I've used this aftershave. I smell a little bit of the alcohol, which is funny because with my other Noble Otter scents, basically none. But with this one I do. It's got a different kind of scent, and then after it dries out a little bit, it mellows and it smells much more like the soap. But initially, the aftershave smells different than the soap. Kind of woodsy. Hard to explain. But anyways, so that's that. I hope you enjoyed this tropical shave. I hope your summer is like mine and like George. The summer of blank. This is the summer of blank. Your name inserted. So George or Dave or Joe, whatever. The summer of Joe. Mine is the summer of Drew. And yeah. So everybody take care. Be safe out there. We'll see you real soon.